What is going on, everybody, man? I'm fresh off of the reaction. I did it about an hour ago, but because my video is taking so long to render, and instead of just watching it on my own, I was like, you know what? Let's go through this opening, bro. Let's go through it again. If you're not a manga reader, please do not watch this video. This is a Recon's piece where there's manga spoilers every time. But yeah, man, we're about to go through this. I love that episode so much that we're doing a freaking episode Afterthoughts here. But anyways, here we go. I'm gonna go through the episode again. Let me pull it up. Well, not the whole episode. Well, who knows? Who knows what I'll end up doing, man. However long it takes for my video to render, that's all I'm gonna be here, Skip. So double episodes this week, or double videos. But I can't help it, man. I love that episode. That episode was so good. All right, let me get some water right quick, man. And then I'm about to start the opening here in a second. Okay, we're about to dissect this opening. I'm gonna be going through it pretty much frame by frame at this point because I want to go through it again. I have not gone through it. I have not gone through it fully since I watched or since I went on and put the video to upload. So, you know, should I do a full rewatch and then come back and watch it frame by frame? I'll do that. I'm gonna do a full rewatch and I'm gonna go back and rewatch it frame by frame. 3, 2, well, hold on, let me go back to the beginning of do animation. Okay. I'm gonna rewatch the opening, and then after I finish rewatching the opening in its completion, I am gonna go back and I'm gonna watch it frame by frame. I'm gonna go through frame by frame. My boy Hiroshi Kitadani always he delivers. Dude, this part right here. Look at it, dude. One Piece Land of Wano arc. It feels so good just to say that. And yo, to bring in the transition for the actual One Piece logo itself is Tama, Luffy, and Zoro, bro. On the adventure. I'm gonna love this. Look at Nami and Chopper, dog. Usopp, Robin, Frankie, Brook. They look great. And these episodes right here are going to be so much fun on their adventure. Just going around. Kiku, man. Ashiradoji. I can't believe they showed Stealth Black, dude. Stealth Black looks so flipping beast. Speed, dog. Every time I look back to Speed King. Every time I think back to Speed, it hurts. You know, remembering chapter 918 and 917, all that stuff. That stuff was so good. Look at this amazing. Look at bro, Komurasaki. Yasui. Then the incredible Luffy and Kaido, bro. I think this is really cool how they're doing this and they're keeping the whole superpowers thing still going into like swimwear. Freaking out of prison, bro. Holy shit, I gotta stand again. Bro, this is my favorite sequence in any One Piece opening. Any One Piece. It's the King and Luffy, bro. Look at this. Gear 3rd. Kaido goes in. Kaido nails him with his mace. Kaido goes straight up. Blue Eyes White Dragon Slifer. Luffy says, "Alright, you want to be the dragon? Gear Force." My God, and he fires the flipping thing. And Luffy goes in for a punch. Okay, let's go for my frame. God, that was hype, dude. Oh, I love this opening, bro. It's a spoiler fest, but my God, is it a good one? Flipping Flagners. Let me get some water. I'll be right. Let me get some water. All right, we're back, man. We're hydrated. We're hydrated somewhat, because I'm telling you, I was sweating while watching the episode, bro. So let's go through this opening again. So here we have Luffy. Oh man, I love this. One dream, one wish. It sounds so good. And we have Luffy right here, which is gonna be chapter 524. Land of Wano arc. I love this so much, dude. Okay, and then here we have Luffy, Tama, and Zoro on the Komainu and entering through the thing. We had the One Piece logo, of course, with Wano in the background. Then we have the Komainu with the 3 on top, you know, going through the wasteland, which is, you know, where eventually where they're going to run into Hawkins and all that stuff. Right before they start entering the villages. And then we see all the Straw Hats now in their current Wano uniform, which is so cool to me. I'm so glad they did that, because for the longest, it continued to show them in their generic post-time skip garments for so long. And then later on, they would show them in their current stuff, and in the arc they're in, and the character design and the costumes that they have and the attire that they have in the arc. Later on, the opening second half, but almost always the first half, or at least the first couple seconds of it, it would always maintain and keep the original time skip garments. So the fact that right here we're starting it off all the way throughout the entire opening with the Wano costume says a lot to me. Right here, they're entering the village, man. This stuff is going to be so cool to me. I cannot wait for the Hold'em stuff with Speed, and that's going to be so much fun. We have Zoro going into like swimwear, and then right here, hold on, let's go back. I already messed up. So right here, yo, it even shows Kawamatsu, bro. So it has Kinemon, Kawamatsu, Kiku, and then Ashura Doji, a Kyoshiro. I didn't notice that the first time. And Kyoshiro. And then, of course, Inarashi and Nekomamushi. And then you have Raizo and... Hold on, go back. Why does it keep skipping like that? Go back. Alright. There we go. Then Raizo and Kanjuro. Then you have this man Sanji going stealth black, bro. Wait until we get page 1 greatness in the anime. And then we have Hold'em, Speed, Jack, Queen. Bro, Queen looks sick with the blonde, dog. With the blonde hair going back braided and the stash. Let me see King. King's design is so beast, dude. King. And it shows Wano of itself. You know, it shows like a running frame going up towards Orochi, of course, going to the flower capital. He looks really nice. Even it shows a little bit of his form there, which they might add a little bit to that whenever we get to the actual, that part of the arc. And then we transition over to Kaido. We see Law and Hawkins. This part right here is really cool. And of course, we see Kid. Komurasaki. I gotta pause it right here, man. Komurasaki looks... Y'all know me with Nami, man. That's the wife, you feel me? Like that's my number 1 piece of girl by far. The entire character that is Nami is arguably one of my favorite characters just in this medium. I absolutely adore everything about Nami, right? But yo, Komurasaki legit looks gorgeous, man. Komurasaki right here absolutely looks stunning. Seriously. I'm looking forward to getting the chapters later on with Zoro and her, because those are going to be so much fun to react to in the anime. Considering if she looks that good. And with Zoro, oh, those are just jokes that we can pop up at any moment. At any moment, you feel me? But man, Komurasaki looks absolutely amazing. The turquoise-ish hair really fits. She looks incredible, man. She looks absolutely incredible. Beppo and the gang. Then we even get to see Denjiro, and we get to go back and see flipping Monosuke. We get to see Hawkins, and Hawkins even brings out his stand in the opening. Bro, look at the stand. And of course, Yasui himself, man. And we go back right to Onigashima with chapter 923. Going on there, and then we get to see sequences in a similar way that we got it in Superpowers, to where in Superpowers, in the opening, especially after during the Reverie arc, we would get certain preview scenes from the episode itself within the opening. You know, seeing all the Straw Hats and whatnot. So it looks like they're going to keep that going here in this arc too. And then we go back to chapter 924 with Luffy attempting to break out of prison, and whenever he does break out of prison, we go into Onigashima. Dude, look at how amazing this looks. Yo, we're not in Onigashima yet, but this just makes me so hyped to get there, dog. You feel me? Like, look at Luffy. Look at how fast he looks to get that rematch against Kaido. God, and then we have Luffy going up in. Bro, this... I can't. You see the hockey come out for a sec. The electricity goes from both of them. Luffy starts chasing after him. You see that he's dodging around his mace, utilizing his observation hockey. He goes up in like swimwear. There we go. He hits him with a straight up Giganto pistol, hopefully using Rio. Kaido goes back down with his mace, nails Luffy in the face, and then right after that, Kaido gets pissed. He's had enough. He transforms. Yo, look at how amazing that looks. What is it with the color blue looking amazing in this arc? Look at him. What's the glowing red eyes, the flames? Dog, I lost it though, man, whenever I saw him do the heat breath, bro. The dragon breath, oh. There we see Luffy. Luffy says, screw it. Gear Force time. You want it, Kaido? Bring it on. Dream, one wish. And then here we have the dragon breath going right after Luffy. Luffy says, screw all of that. Rio, let's go. And he gets the hit it on Kaido. And it finishes over the top. And it shows the Straw Hats in their Wano uniforms in front of Wano. Truly an opening of legend, man. Truly an opening of absolute legend. My goodness, dude. And then just going through the episode here a bit. Might as well just rewatch the whole thing. I'm gonna rewatch the curtain opening portion of it right now, and then I want to go watch the transitions because I really enjoy those transitions. Dun, dun, bro, just the land of Wano to the samurai country where cherry blossoms flutter. Here we go. Play my music. Play my music. Come on. Here we go. Let's get to the octopus. See the whirlpool. He's going ham on that junk, dog. Yo, bro, it down. Yo, the Shamisen is top one. Huh? 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 Yo, indeed. Yo, indeed. Just listen to it, bro. Komurasaki's the GOAT. Oh my god, bro, this is heavenly to my ears, dude. And we see Wano opening up. Komurasaki was going ham. And there we see it. Wano open. The land of Wano. My god, dude. And we see Zoro. Let me get my volume, dude. Volume 90. Let's go down to chapter 909. Yo. In chapter 109, man, right here. They brought this to life in such a magnificent way, man. In such a magnificent way. Opening it up, and the way they don't open it directly up with Frankie is really cool. Instead, they open up the land of Wano, showing Zoro walking through and seeing the flower capital through a regular human's perspective. But because it's Zoro, and because Toei knows that all of us are really excited to see what he's gonna... This is Samurai, Wano, hello, Zoro! So it's like the anime is reminding you. And then it also gives us an opportunity to see Wano find, like... before, because you know we see it later on in the arc in the manga, but in the anime to see it immediately and see how colorful all of the buildings are and see all the people around and just feel the atmosphere of Wano, the visual and audio direction. It's fantastic. Really good choice by the anime. God, this soundtrack's going ham, bro. We see Zoro just walking through. He looks so beast, dude. Dun, 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 dun. Woo! Dun, 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 dun. Dude, just the perspective shots are so nice. Like zooming in and out, going below, and some Oda level stuff. And of course, we get over to Frankie, and the way that they animated that was fantastic. Same thing with Usopp's part. I mean, I can honestly say the anime to me, I enjoyed it more, bro. I think I might. This will be the first time I think I've ever said that. Well, not the first time. The anime does certain things that I like. 877 is on the same level as 902. But there's just something about this episode and the way it handled 909, man. They really brought it to life. The Robin portion for me was almost exactly the same, and the reason why I said it is because it's two different experiences. You know, in the manga, just seeing their, or at least for me, just seeing their character designs for the first time, and you know, Oda really emphasized on that because, of course, the first time when we see them, it's like that. You know, front and center the character designs. But in the anime, it's focusing on what they're doing and what they're up to. Whereas you're focusing very heavily, because there's only one page dedicated to each Straw Hat in this particular portion. So I like how the anime extended on it and really allowed to show the surroundings of where they are, which is always welcome. The Robin portion was about equal for me. Just seeing her in that amazing outfit as a Tsukio stuff, it was so cool. And then, of course, you know, we get the flashback and whatnot. The Zoro part, for me, I'll say this. The panel itself, this panel right here, to me is still, I still prefer this panel in the manga more than the anime. Maybe it's because I experienced it there first. But I feel like the overall impact of it hit me harder in the manga. However, the aftermath of that panel, and then the stuff building up into it, anime all the way. Anime all the way. But that panel in particular, this entire double page spread for me, or not the entire because Komurosaki playing, that was amazing in the anime. But the actual slash itself, as awesome as it was, I'm gonna rewatch it here in a sec. Because like I said, I haven't even rewatched the episode. But I really enjoyed this in the manga. This was my phone wallpaper for a long time. It was so cool. An amazing Zoro moment for the first time we'd seen him in over 2.5 years at that point in time. So it was really cool to get that. But I'll tell you what, man. The anime did as great of a job as it could have. And I love this right here, dude. I love this right here. You know, the smallest of things. Give me 1 second. The smallest of things. Because just showing Zoro chilling in a bar somewhere in Wano, drinking sake, is so cool. Zoro Ronin. I love how they brought these things to life too. You know, little Oda boxes in classic Japanese type of text that they utilized in the manga, bring it to life in the anime too, along with a really nice sound effect for all of them. You know, for Usohachi and Orobi, and Franosuke and whatnot, and then of course Zorojuro. But this right here, man, this additional filler, this is filler that we need in the One Piece anime. They continue to give us this type of filler in Wano, stuff that leads into other things, filling in the blanks that Oda intentionally leaves off, so that whenever we get into a certain point, it'll catch us off guard. But if the anime will fill in those blanks, there will be no need for recaps. There will be no need for starting off episodes and having 8 minutes of recap like it was doing back in Impel Down and Marineford. There's going to be no need for that, man. There's going to be absolutely no need for it. So instead of going into filler, in order to make up for not having filler, the One Piece anime sometimes needs to stretch out certain things and or stretch out its recaps and or have flashbacks. And in terms of flashbacks, things we've already seen in the past. However, if they did what they did in this episode, which is to fill in the blanks that the manga has left open, to fill in the blanks of like for this scene right here, Zoro walking at nighttime and showing us exactly what happened before he was on the execution platform with the Sabuku blade. That was awesome. That was beautiful. That is how you do an anime adaptation. You know, putting your own flavor on it. This is how Zoro got to this. This is how he got to this portion. And I'm glad the anime did it because the anime understands, or at least Toei understands, how popular of a character Zoro is. Not only that, but how much we as viewers, or at least for me as a manga reader, how long I've been waiting to see all of these characters, but they know one in particular. Zoro, when we think of samurai, when we think of anything to do with Japanese culture, when we think of swords, when we think of this era, I always think of Zoro. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? Right? So the simple fact that they dedicated so much time to him, I think, is very, very important and is really, really cool to me, because that just shows that Toei understands and knows what we want, and it's going to prioritize that over being just a simple faithful panel to screen adaptation. They're going to take things into their own, just like they were doing back in Whole Cake and the Reverie, but this time we see that they're doing it in a really, really nice light, and I'm impressed. I really am, because you know, you could say in certain parts of the Reverie, those moments where they took the initiative, like for example, Sabo going all Big Boss, Naked Snake, Solid Snake in the Marijo Pangea Castle, you know, that stuff right there was really, really cool. The only problem was, in that very same episode, it was bombarded with flashbacks. And I love flashbacks. I absolutely love flashbacks because it reminds me of why I love the series and all that stuff. But there's certain things that, to me, it's why I prefer the manga, especially for the Reverie. You know, because just those chapters and the way that they were done, Oda just did a fantastic job of showcasing everything that he did. However, the anime really did a really cool job of filling in the blanks in certain areas and adding additional cool filler, like Sabo going ham on some bodyguards. Like, that's cool filler. That's really nice filler. So the simple fact that we're possibly going to be getting a lot more of that in Wano, filling in the blanks type of filler, to me is really, really good. It is a great sign, and I hope they keep it going, man. I really do. Let me rewatch this entire sequence because it's so awesome. The moon is beautiful as you drink in and take in the view later. Dog, and the reason why this is so awesome to me, y'all know that I just recently watched TV Special 4 for the first time. They had a scene just like this in TV Special 4 during at nighttime. You had Zoro the Ronin in an alternate universe doing stuff like this, but this time it's in the actual anime. It's in the canon, bro. It's so awesome to me, dude. Zoro looks so beast in white, man, and green. The smell of blood. Like a blood-scented perfume. What I love a lot about the scene, let me pause this right quick. What I love a lot about the scene too is Toei is intentionally not using any type of music here because it's nighttime and because Toei wants us to feel the atmosphere in the same way that Zoro would walking down the street. All we hear is footsteps, blades. We hear sound effects. We don't hear music. We hear the crickets around them, the wind, doors opening and closing, that type of stuff. But we don't hear any music. That's huge. That goes a long way when it comes to feeling the atmosphere of where a character currently is, especially at nighttime. Let's continue. This is so good, bro. The storyboard in this episode is incredible. You're under arrest. I love this shot right here, just showing him the guy that's blowing the whistle, but he's shadowed out and you see all the lights behind him. It makes it for a really, really cool visual. See all the lights coming in? The slasher went that way? Nah, bro, they're going after you. Under arrest. It's so cool to me because you see Zoro's about to go ham, but he has this massive thing of sake. He's like, alright, bro, I'm gonna defend myself. And that's whenever he thinks back to what Kinemon said. And then here, we hear the ding, and here we get an old One Piece soundtrack. That's fascinating to me. I wonder if they're gonna continue that, or maybe this is just for the first episode, because I can't see them not using traditional One Piece soundtracks. I really can't see them not using it. Unless they really have an entire new soundtrack for Wano. And they're only going to keep the old soundtracks for flashbacks. Sorry about that, my phone's thing ran out of memory. I was like, why did my thing randomly shut off? It ran out of battery, or out of memory, so I had to go delete the file for the reaction. So I can come on and continue recording. Speaking of that, hold on. Yeah, see, I have the video uploading right now. It still hasn't finished, man. See, this is how long it takes for things to render, bro. You know, behind the scenes on YouTubing, you feel me? But let's get back to the episode. So there. So we go through the flashback. But yeah, going back to what I was just saying, when it comes to the soundtracks, I do wonder because we know that they bring up certain flashback scenes indicating towards the past in the arc, right? We definitely know that. Will they use the old soundtracks then? Or are they really going to keep it whenever we're in the present time to new soundtracks? Or what they could do with Stampede coming out, Stampede is going to bring a whole new onslaught of soundtracks. So what they could do is if they want to keep everything fresh, use soundtracks from both Stampede and Wano, the new Wano soundtracks, in order to keep it fresh and feel like a new experience. But at the same time, they still have to keep some traditional soundtracks. But I don't know what kind of thing Toei is going for. If they truly want to make Wano feel different from everything else in the series, and it's going to be fascinating considering how long Wano is, that they're not going to use a single One Piece soundtrack in the present time. I'm pretty sure we're going to get it in flashbacks, like I said before, or whenever we're going back to like in chapter 925 and we go to see like around the world, they have to use like Blackbeard's theme, Mihawk's, whatever, right? They have to use those themes for other characters. But I am wondering how... I'm going to be looking out for that here in the upcoming episodes, just to see how they're going to handle it when it comes to the soundtrack part of it. But anyways, we continue. So cool to me that Zoro allowed himself to get captured just because of that, and later on he ended up breaking the rule anyway. Usopp, man. Yo, Usopp, or this wanted poster for Zoro looks so beast. This has to be my profile picture on Twitter, bro. Yo, look at how beast Zoro looks right here, man. And right here, around here should be the transition. I can't wait to hear this transition again, bro. Here we go. The transition's coming soon. I can't wait to hear this again, dude. Here it is. Yo! I gotta replay that again. Gotta replay it again. Here we go, here we go. And I love how the hockey comes up and like Rio. It comes up like how Rio does. And then it shows right here the entire squad in a volume. I think this looks very, very reminiscent to volume 91 in the way that they all look on the cover of volume 91. And I think that's exactly what they were going for right here. Let me hear Zoro's remix. Yo, and it shows Kaido in the background. Alright, I'll rewatch these one more time. Yo, that's disgusting, dude. That is awesome. Yeah, that's the Rio. That's the Rio. And then... And you see Zoro, the nighttime behind them, man. Small stuff like that is so cool, man. No, I was wrong. I was wrong. See, I was so caught up in the moment that I did not notice that they used One Piece soundtrack that we know for this particular scene. Okay, I'm wrong. They're still going to use old traditional One Piece soundtracks in certain scenes, especially when they fit. This soundtrack right here fits perfectly for this particular scene right here. Okay. I was wrong. But that makes me happy though, because there's like certain songs like Golden Odin for me is like a given. I mean, for God's sake, it's Odin's name in the soundtrack for going through whenever it goes through his flashback later on in the arc. I love this filter, man. Just with the brightness all the way high. It just gives it a different vibe, a different feel. Also a grave robber. I love the perspective shots and... God, like I said before, man, the storyboard in this episode is top notch. Top notch, man. You don't look that old. Did you steal it from the robber? Look at that. It looks so nice. This Shusui looks over to the side. So does it's time. And then here we go back to the Wano soundtrack. Dun, 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 dun. I love that, dude. Dun, 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 dun. I'm gonna dig this arc so much in the anime, man. I mean, I already love it in the manga. I always say, continues on being this good. It's my favorite arc in the manga. Definitely in the anime, bro. If it continues going like this. This is so cool. Komurasaki's just going... Bro, Komurasaki just goes ham on that thing, dog. Proper death is a samurai's honor. Protects the blade together. Look at how cool all this looks. The background, the combination of Komurasaki going ham on the shamisen with the visuals. It's Wano. It feels like Wano. It is Wano. I love it, man. A close up like that to the smile. Same way I did in the manga. Going back to Komurasaki playing the shamisen, the cherry blossoms with the sakura petals going all over the place. Amazing, man. Truly, truly amazing. Little small stuff like Zoro's eyes twitching and the vein in his head as he's trying to... Like, what am I gonna do here? Look at this. The blade stops. And so does Komurasaki. And now we go back. The filter gets taken out. We're back in reality, as I call it. And Zoro, look at the aura. You are the slasher. And here we go. He takes his eye. Alright, here we go. This is where I'm gonna call if I like it as much as... He goes in and he just slashes forward. And did you see that? You actually can see the cut hitting him, dude. Yo, that looks so amazing. I like it just as much as the manga. Just as much. I'm sorry. Kid mode. So good. We cut back to Luffy on the shore with Mr. Krabs. He's going back, he's chilling. Let me skip through this a little bit. He's looking through the sunny, asking where they went and whatnot. It's very, very interesting. I really can't wait to see if they're going to continue to utilize this feature of going through certain things. The flipping music. Ha! Ha! I love this! Bro, alright, let's get the chair out of here again, bro. Zoro, man. Bro, just look at how cool this looks. Punch. Another slash. This is so... Just look at the way this is done. Just to see actual dudes getting cut up and you see blood when they get cut in One Piece is so awesome to me. Because usually whenever a dude gets cut, you don't really see it like this. But nah, here in Wano, you're going to see it. And that does a lot, man, for a flavor, for the atmosphere of an arc. It's like all these guys want the hands from Zoro. Switch over to the Komainu with Tama. I love this, how it's just going back and forth and back and forth. It's Toei taking the initiative. It's so cool to be, dude. Ah, that soundtrack goes in. To be continued. Let's go ahead and watch the preview again. Why not? So this really is ushering a new era. One Piece only has 3 preview themes now. The original We Are version, the We Go version, and now the Over the Top version. That in of itself should tell you that this is a new era for the One Piece anime. That's really, really cool to me, man. So I'm going through the preview again. And of course we get to see the Baboon and the Komainu. Zoro going ham. List of his blades. And we get to see Tama and members of Kaido's crew. And we're finally going to see chapter 911 next week. I can't wait. Yo, look at these shots with Zoro, bro. Let me go back. Dun, dun, dun. Bro, Zoro with like the red beam coming out of his eye, man. But it's gonna be so cool seeing Tama next week, man. Because I love that part of Wano. Whenever it's just Luffy and Tama, and then of course Zoro joins along. It's just them adventuring. It's so cool. But right here, Zoro comes down like a whirlwind, man, like his Dragon Twister technique. He comes down with 2 blades, or of course the other one in his mouth. But with particular in his eye, look at that, the 3 sword style. It just looks so cool. The smears, bro. I sound like I'm a dude who knows what he's talking about because of the animation. I really don't, but I know what a smear is, and this is a beast smear. Zoro comes down, going ham, and we get to see Tama next week. Yes, I love it. What an amazing episode, man. To kick off the Wano greatness. Oh, I finally finished processing. Good, just in time, man. What an amazing episode, bro. Actually, I'll bring y'all with me here for a second. Let me hit done and make sure it converts into HD. We're doing this sometime behind the scenes, man. We're in like some of today's a special day, man. The Wano greatness, bro. It really, really is, though, man. I mean, y'all know, it's not even about y'all knowing. Y'all can feel it too. And I know how much y'all have been enjoying it alongside me here in this weekly experience in the manga. But to finally be able to start it here in the anime and to know that they are taking such good care of it so far. And it's like next week's going to be really good too. So hopefully they continue it. And we can be proud of the Wano arc, man, when it's all said and done in both the manga and the anime. Because it's going to be so awesome. But it's really cool to me that they have already treated this like it's a new era in the series. With so many different things, and they're treating this like a big deal, as it should be felt, man, because it is a really big deal. You know, we've been building up to this arc for so long, and you can definitely feel the importance of it, man. Greatness, bro, greatness. You know, if I had to give a verdict as to which one I enjoyed more in the anime and the manga, right now I'm going towards anime because of certain things. It's just they did such a great job, man, with 909. But the thing is, because I experienced 909 first, and certain things that Oda did in that chapter, specifically with its art, it just looks so great. But yeah, man, I think I enjoyed the anime, bro, more. As hard as that is to believe, because y'all remember how much I love 909 in the manga. But just what this episode has is, I say The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is one of my favorite games of all time, not only because it's a fantastic game, but because it was the first game that I played on my new Nintendo Switch. You know, whenever you get a new console, that first game that you get with it usually sticks with you. You know, for me, like my Super Nintendo with Link to the Past, or my PS1, I think it was Spyro, or whatever. Yeah, I think it was Spyro. And then with like my GameCube, it was Melee. Like, you know, you remember the first games that you have with your new console, with this new thing. And for me, with Breath of the Wild and the Switch, not only was Breath of the Wild a phenomenal game, but the Switch as a really nice piece of hardware allowed me to enjoy Breath of the Wild to its highest extent, because I was learning how to use the Switch and enamored by the Switch and how cool of a device it was, but also I was enamored by Breath of the Wild and how incredible of a game it was. So it was a combination of two things that made that experience unforgettable to me, and still Breath of the Wild is one of my top 5, maybe top 3 favorite games ever created. So, and I feel like because of everything that's coming into fruition today, with Wano starting, Nagamine taking over as the new director, seeing all these characters again for the first time in the anime, getting the start of like a new era in the series with new transitions, new opening, new soundtracks, a new preview theme. Everything just feels new, you know. So it's kind of like that, and the content itself is so good that if it would have just stayed with like the old stuff, that by itself would have been hype enough. But the fact that they went above and beyond, and we got this whole brand new, what feels like a brand new console with an awesome game alongside it. That's how I feel right now, man. I feel like a kid. That's why I wear the Santa hat, bro, because I feel like a kid at Christmas, man. Whenever I go through and I watch and experience this series, because that's how much I love it. And today was the top of the top when it comes to feeling that way, man. Real deal feels like Christmas, because everything just felt new, but it still felt the same. It still felt like One Piece, man. It was so good. It's an experience I'll never forget, bro. And it's gonna be an episode I'll be rewatching for a long time, especially until the next episode comes out. Then we'll rewatch that one. But I'm so happy that we finally have 909 in the anime, and that we're able to go up into like somewhere when it comes to the anime portion of it. I think I'm gonna make Komurosaki the thumbnail for this Recon's piece. It's because of how amazing she looks, dog. You can't blame me. You can't blame me, dog. You feel me? But aside from that, man, I just really wanted to talk to y'all. I had to get this hype off my chest because I was gonna explode. None of my friends are on. My cousin that I talk about One Piece with the most, he hasn't made a watched episode yet, so I don't want to spoil him on anything. I know that sounds silly, spoiling him on something, but you know how it is, man. When there's something new being adapted that you really enjoyed, it's a special type of feeling of seeing the way that it's adapted, right? And so, especially when it has a new opening and all, this whole thing, like I said, it felt like a brand new console. Everything just felt new. So I don't want to spoil him on it, so I had no one to talk to about this greatness. So the reason why I created my YouTube channel was to talk about the One Piece AwesomeSauce. And so I just decided to come on here and record this Recon's piece. Doing a One Piece episode Afterthoughts. Can you believe that? That's how amazing this episode was, that we had to do an Afterthoughts for a flipping episode, son. But I hope everybody has an awesome day, man. Take care. And thank you all for watching this if you did, and putting up with my rambling, man. And thank you for listening to my rambling. Because I really needed somebody to listen to me, bro. Or at the very least to just release this. I need to get this off my chest, man. And I hope to see some of y'all in the comments. Like, I don't know what anybody else felt about this episode because I haven't gone on social media or anything. Like I said, I edited, put it to upload, and immediately came on here. Amazing, man. What an incredible episode, bro. I'm so proud of it. I will see y'all next time. I hope everybody has an awesome sauce of a day. Take care. One Piece greatness. Y'all have a good one, man. What a good episode, dude. Santa hat level plus. Santa hat level plus.